Okay, welcome back. So in our previous video, we are taking a look at how to process a simple HTML form, right? So we had some fields and we submitted them, and then we pretty much just displayed this order results page. So we want to add a little bit more functionality to our process order.php file. We can add a date and time that the order was processed at, and we can also display, how many items were ordered by our user. So in order to do that, let us go back to our editor and let us implement those changes. All right, so back here in our process order form or file, let us open up some PHP tags. And if you remember in the previous videos, we took a look at a superglobal called post. And what this superglobal does, so this is our superglobal. What this superglobal does, it grabs the information or the data that is submitted by our input fields. Right, so you can see here our input field has a name. Each one of them has a specific name. So these name fields or attributes here, these are the identifiers for each one of these input fields. Okay, so this is what we'll need in our post superglobal variable to identify what value is added to each one of these fields. So back in our process order file, let us create some variables that will store these values. So first, let's create one for tire quantity. So we can say tire quantity is equal to, and we're going to use our post. And we now have to open up our square brackets because our post superglobal, it holds an array of all the values that were in the form. Okay, so now inside these square brackets, we have to specify which field we want to grab the value from. So the first field name is, and if it's easier, you can just copy and paste the name in order to avoid any errors. So it has to be the exact same name that we have there in our form. So let's create values for the other ones. So this is our oil quantity is equal to post, and of course it's going to be oil quantity, and this is going to be spark. Okay, so let us put spark. Let's see how we had it over here. Spark QTY. Okay, so now we have each one of these variables set. Okay, so now we can come down here to our echo, or down here in our form. Let us expand this out. So we can say your order was processed, and now we can say echo. Let's put a paragraph here. Your order is as follows. Okay. So now we're going to echo out the values of those variables. So we can say echo, and we can put our tire quantity, and let us say tires, and let's put a break so we can get a new line in there. Okay, so I'm gonna echo each one out. bottles of oil. Let's add another new line here, and then we can echo our spark quantity. Alright, so let us save that, and now let us check out our new process order form. So let's go back and let's refresh this. So let's just select the values we had there before. So now when we submit our form, we can see your order was processed, and your order is as follows. We have 4 tires, 2 bottles of oil, and 6 spark plugs. So that is a little bit more informative than what we had before. And finally, we can probably just add a time that the order was processed at. So in order to do this, we can put that, let's place it right between here. So let us say, all right, so let's change this to order processed at and let's remove that for now. Let's echo, and we can now use our date function. So with the date function, we have to format it so we can get a date string. So here you can see how we would format it using day, month, year, hour, minute, and second, right? So I'm going to use a slightly different format than what they're suggesting here. I'm going to put inside my quotes out like the hour along with the minute. So that would be I. And F, Y. Okay. And then we can just let me change this to double quotations here, simply because I'm using single quotes here. I don't want to have any conflicts. So let's put a paragraph here. Okay, so now we should be able to see this. We can get rid of some of this white space in between. Okay, so let us save this, and let's go back and refresh. So let us just, all right, so let's put in some new values now. So we want 2 new tires, we want 4 quarts of oil, and let's say we only need 2 spark plugs. Let's now submit this. All right. So your order was processed on the 24th of March, 2020. And this time here, you can actually edit this in your PHP info file. We won't do that right now, but in order to get the correct time here, this is just reading the system time that XAMPP provides. All right, so maybe a little bit off on your machine. It's definitely off on mine. Maybe in another video, we look at how to set the correct time on that, but the point is it's showing the time, the hour, and the minute, and the date. Right here we can probably enter a break statement. Oh, this is why it's not showing in a new line. We need that, so let's see if that works. All right, there we go. All right, so your order is processed at this time, and your order is as follows. Okay, so now we see how we can definitely add some different features to our processing, to our PHP file that processes our HTML form. So in the next videos that are coming up, we're going to look at how to implement a login and registration module for our auto parts store. And also we're going to look at how to add some styling. We're going to look at some bootstrap styling, possibly a bootstrap theme with an administrator dashboard, and implement it in our project. All right, so see you in the next video.